This time, you've outdone yourself.
Must I listen to your complaining again?
You shatter every opportunity that comes your way. You'll have to admit that you go too far.
Yes, I go too far.
You do admit it.
But for the sake of principle, and to set an example, too, I feel that it's good to go too far in that direction.
If you would only soften your haughty spirit a little, fortune and glory would.
But what would I have to do? Cover myself with the protection of some powerful patron? Imitate the ivy that licks the bark of a tall tree while entwining itself around its trunk, and make my way upward by guile, rather than climbing by my own strength? No, thank you. Delicate poems to financiers, as so many others do? Change myself into a buffoon in the hope of seeing a minister give me a condescending smile? No, thank you. Swallow insults every day? Crawl till the skin of my belly is rubbed raw? Dirty my knees and make my spine as limber as an eel's? No, thank you. Develop the art of sitting on both sides of a fence at once? Pay for an ounce of favor with a ton of flattery? No, thank you. Use women as stepping stones? Make headway in the sea of life with madrigals for oars and the sighs of old ladies for the wind in my sails? No, thank you. Have poetry published at my own expense? No, thank you. Attend councils held in taverns by imbeciles, trying to win the honor of being chosen as their pope? No, thank you. Work to make a name for myself with one sonnet, instead of writing others? No, thank you. See talent only in nonentities? Be terrified of the gazettes, and constantly be thinking, oh, if only the Mercer François will say a kind word about me? No, thank you. Be always scheming and afraid of schemes. Like paying visits better than writing poetry? Make humble requests. Seek introductions to useful people? No, thank you. No. No. I prefer to lead a different kind of life. I sing, dream, laugh, and go where I please, alone and free. My eyes see clearly and my voice is strong. I'm quarrelsome or benign as it suits my pleasure, always ready to fight a duel or write a poem at the drop of a hat. I dream of flying to the moon but give no thought to fame or fortune. I write only what comes out of myself, and I make it my modest rule to be satisfied with whatever flowers, fruit, or even leaves I gather, as long as they're from my own garden. Then if I should happen to gain some small success, I'm not obliged to render any of it unto Caesar. In short, I scorn to be like parasitic ivy, even though I'm not an oak. I may not rise very high, but I'll climb alone.
Be alone if you like, but why have everyone against you? How the devil did you acquire that appalling mania for making enemies wherever you go?
I acquired it by watching others make multitudes of friends and laugh at them behind their backs. I like to exchange as few greetings as possible when I go out, and I'm always glad to add another enemy to my list.
Sheer perversity.
Let us call it my vice. It pleases me to displease. I love to be hated. If you only knew how stimulating it is to be under the murderous fire of hostile eyes, and how amusing it is to watch faces turn venomous with envy or sweaty with fear. The soft friendship that surrounds others is like one of those loose, floating Italian collars that leave your neck free to bend in all directions. You're more comfortable, but your head is less erect. But the hatred that presses in upon me is like a starched Spanish ruff whose stiffness forces me to hold my head high. Each new enemy is a pleat that constrains me still more, yet adds to my splendor, because hatred is both a yoke and a halo of glory.
Proclaim your pride and bitterness loudly to the world, but to me speak softly and tell me simply that she doesn't love you.